person has the letters.
No, I mean, what would be useful for me to know that might be of importance?
That it's something that my husband cannot see.
I gather that as well. So about your husband, do you have any knowledge of, is anybody in your family active on this Spanish land grant?
Not as I know of, no.
Would you be interested in finding out?
Yes.
Well, I'll just practice. He hasn't taken another bite. It's like, it tastes good. I'll just practice with this, and we'll see how I'm doing with it with one of these things next week. You know, I brought 2. He has the little box, but then he's looking at you and says, maybe I'll just practice more and bring something less flaky next time. Okay. Power 7-3 in Texas. That's funny. Okay. So is this is the negotiation phase. Mm-hmm. Actually, favor for a favor. You have the FBI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think because
cool.
You can do negotiations with me, and if I don't think it warrants a roll, if it's quid pro quo or something, or matches their attitude, then I can give it up too, just like anyone else. I think. Anyone else negotiating today? What are we up to? Oh, to answer your question, we just finished one scene and now we're beginning another.
Yes,
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
I gather, because otherwise it would be silly spending. I'd be spending all my power.
Exactly, yeah. So that means actually you shouldn't really hoard your power
So I'm back
necessarily unless you think everybody's coming after you.
So we're back at full power.
Yes,
Power
for this
quality.
scene everybody's back at full power, but except you have one extra and you have one down because that was given. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I think
Okay, so that's not only for the scene.
it doesn't really say,
Yeah.
but it seems to me like an important thing that should stick.
Yeah.
Unless
And
you,
I see that as like
it's an investment. for
Pamela
later.
is on Ellie's side in this regard with the blackmail. Like, yes,
Yeah.
I will support you in this regard. Make sure that if it is my brother, that he doesn't do anything untowards.
Right. I like that, actually.
Yeah. If it against JR,
I would never.
yes,
I would never
or
do that.
Job directly, maybe, but don't involve Ellie.
Yeah. I want to know what the younger son is up to because you've had a setback and you're going to have to work at getting what you want here. I also really want to find out how you ally because I think that because that's really important. Like, how do you gang up in a negotiation or in a conflict? So you guys just keep going. Talk to me. I'm listening, but I'm kind of trying to search for that too. You're just going to keep getting stepped on by JR. That whole horse thing, that was just like usual. Jock builds you up. He shows up, didn't even show up on time. Now the old man's, cowboying all over the place with him.
I'm going to try and get advantage of that deal by speaking to Jorge Grace.
Ah, yes, indeed. Okay. Do you want him to come over to the offices at the company, or do you want to?
Who is he?
Ah, okay.
And I would propose a family dinner.
Okay.
Like everybody's invited.
Always a good idea.
Not that
Plus
one.
To answer your question, Matthew, from Mexico, from Veracruz, an operator in the Texas-Mexico border area with strong contacts in both Mexico City and Dallas, supposedly involved in washing political contributions, like money that he gets somehow, banks it in Mexico or invests it in Mexico, and then it comes back and then gives it back, and now it's money whose origin is completely unknown. So in says presidential elections. So this guy actually pumps that money. Texas banking and investment is often goes like this with federal regulations. So therefore, he's apparently quite an expert at this. So you could treat it as a very legitimate kind of business meeting, or you could treat it as very private, because if you do it at the company, everybody's going to know.
Yeah, this needs to be private.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So what do we have in mind?
There were some rules for illegal activities, but I don't know if this applies.
As far as I can tell, these are special abilities assigned as the occasion demands by the director, include the following classes. I am not certain that this is very relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mechanically.
Yeah.
I think it's just coloring it up
Right.
a little bit. So the idea, I think it's a way of saying, if you want this done, that guy can do it. So, yeah.
I mostly wanted to call them into play.
Oh, yeah.
If possible.
Yeah, I think we are already doing it just by
Yes.
things
I agree.
like who you're calling and stuff.
I agree.
Yeah. So, Nate, where are we going to?
Good question.
Okay, his residence is one thing. His Dallas residence, which is not like a private property ranch or anything like that. It's one of these new condominiums that is kind of a lugs like a floor in one of the high rises. It's a new thing to get one of those. Well, I don't know. Tell me what you think.
Perhaps buy some old oil wells.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay,
Wow.
yeah.
Great.
Okay. Scenery.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, no, that sounds good. Yeah, that actually sounds fine. So you'll make contact with him and have him meet you out there,
Mhm.
right? It will have to be a little later in the day.
Yeah.
Right. So is there anybody who wanted to do something right away?
Can I investigate Cliff? Investigate Cliff. Like what he has, what he knows.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you can. So you would be wanting to find out what's under that card of his.
Yeah.
I see. So how are you going to do this? Going to call a friend?
Can I just hire someone, private investigator?
You could. Yeah. And you could, I'm trying to think of, let's see. Does it have anything in here about abilities? Not really. No? Okay. So, therefore, I think that you are best off. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm playing the game right, but yes, we'll go ahead and have you. At this point, what we would see is that you would be paying someone off. And maybe. Maybe the way you do it would almost be a matter of, I mean, I'll let you decide about this, but it seems to me as though JR does not go into like private investigators' offices and wait his turn. Right. So therefore, I'm just thinking of a more picturesque way for you to get done what you want to do.
JR probably has a guy he calls when he needs something like
That's
this
probably
done.
true. That's probably true. Right. So, right. Okay. So Sam, the investigator, in his office, probably, he's an ex-cop. He has, all these like files and stuff that he probably shouldn't have. I could make this really, really stereotypical. Why not? you know, he's smoking. You know, he's the you know, the cat that he has in his office smells like cigarette smoke. So he's like, you know, scratching the cat's head. He's like, "Hey, JR, what's going on?"
Yeah, Sam, I need a favor. I have a favor to ask you. Can you keep an eye on the cliff? He seemed really.
Oh, what do you have in
Hectic.
mind? That guy's up to everything all the time.
Yeah, just keep an eye on him. Tell me who he's talking to and who he's meeting.
Okay. Yeah, you got it, JR. Thanks for that monthly retainer, by the way.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. So, okay. That means that you can actually have a conflict roll against Cliff when we get to the conflict scene. Right. Anyone else?
No.
Did I miss you, or did you come up with a?
No, I'm meeting with what's his name?
That's right.
Jorge.
Yes, you are. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you already got the FBI. Right. Is there anyone you want to conflict with, which would mean using the FBI? Because you could make me turn over cards. Or you want to find out whether someone has those letters.
Yeah, I'm more interested in that.
So who's your target for that?
Maybe JR, but he is powerful, so.
Okay. I
Guess
really
you
need to
want some.
find that alliance rule.
But you've got +2 against your children.
All right.
Yeah.
And also against me.
She is a bit formidable in her way, isn't she? Yeah.
The matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, about power, I think we've done it wrong, but because they make a difference between the major characters and power markers, but minor and organizational characters have a value listed on the character cards. They always only add their power value to.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I have been adding their power.
Yeah, but I don't think that we should add our power.
Really?
Major characters have power markers. It says nothing about
Okay.
a minor organization character that's controlled. Always adds its power value to an effect to exist.
Talk to me.
I'm still interested in finding who has the land grant, so I should keep investigating.
Yeah. So whom are you going to investigate?
Either the table or a player, I guess. So
Mhm.
I'm guessing JR, of course, but maybe it's too powerful yet. I might need some allies for that.
I'd like a character with a Pam and Bobby as well.
Yeah.
A scene with Pam and
Okay.
Bobby.
Right. But you were going to talk about the dinner, right?
Yeah, but that's later. That's dinner time.
Oh, you want to meet them now? Okay.
Because actually, I do want to invite the Cliff as well. Final scene.
So the only people that I'm getting questions about now is JR is going to have a conflict, is Bobby.
Sorry?
But I know about you. Yeah. Okay.
So
We're ready
with
for
me
conflict, right?
Later, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So morning.
I'm being investigated by someone, I guess.
Yeah.
But I thought you were going to do some investigating.
I
too.
should be, yeah, but I'm not sure I'm up to JR at the moment, so maybe I might as well just go off the local government or something like that.
Okay.
It
Right.
won't
Okay.
give me any
Right. You're going to
goodwill.
gather
Yeah.
gathering your resources. Okay. And I'm having system questions now that I've encountered it. Like, do they have power markers, and can you use their? See what I mean? That's tricky. So before I do too much more damage without knowing, I think Bobby actually, right? You're going to be meeting Jorge.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you are going to use your FBI, right?
Yep.
Okay, to
investigate JR.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're going to turn the FBI on your son.
Because he's just a bit suspicious.
Letters,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, I don't trust that guy. Okay.
He's JR after all.
Yeah.
He's powerful, so he could
Everybody's-
do anything.
Everything that everybody's doing is going to take a while. I don't see mourning in any of this. So as the day progresses, let's move to Pam. Let's have you do anything, okay? And also, Johan, I feel like I didn't quite give you the negotiation.
Right.
round you
Yes.
needed,
Yes.
but yeah.
Okay. So could I have a scene with my
Yeah.
Miss Ella, with my wife about using Pam to invite Cliff as well, because I don't like all this hostility between the families.
Ah, okay. Yeah, good enough. So the two of you are at the ranch and talking, or where do you?
Yeah, I think over breakfast, perhaps.
Okay, we'll start there. Yeah.
So, and of course, I'm having a stiff drink and
Ew.
a smoke and black coffee.
Breakfast of champions.
But I'm still very much in love with you, and yeah, I'm like so.
Right.
You haven't aged today, and so, and talking about all the past, of course, perhaps it makes you a bit uncomfortable with these letters that I know nothing about. But I'm totally in the blue because I'm still in love with you 50 years later.
Of course. You know, I still take out your old letters to me. I read them once in a while. Right? Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm not much of a talker or a writer, but actually, this thing with the Barnes family, I don't think that. Maybe I was a bit harsh on them, but initially I know that we were both pretty much against Bobby and Pam, but Pam's proven to be I was going to say loyal asset, but let's face it, I like the gal.
Mm-hmm. And Pam's already agreed to help you, right?
She is part of the family.
Oh, nice.
How do you feel, my love?
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like she's nice and she's trusted. It seems. Yeah.
Exactly. That's I'm like. So that's how I feel, my darling. So, but about her brother, I know that of course he keeps a grudge against the family, but it's isn't it time for bygones to be bygones? Let's invite Cliff over for dinner and make him part of the family as well. Let's make an effort. Could you please talk to Pam about this?
Yeah.
Girl to girl.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.